Everything is based off numerology and astrology. And the reason why is very simple. This is a fucking virtual reality. This is a goddamn virtual reality.
So what brought you to that conclusion? That is a virtual reality.
Why else would numerology and astrology work?
I know it's numbers. It's the study of numbers, and
correct. But that means things are predetermined to a point. So if it's predetermined to a point, that means it's a simulation. Yes. If it's predetermined, it's a simulation.
But it wouldn't make reality not real, though, would it? I mean, you could say reality could have some sequences that are going to happen whether we like it or not. But
correct. You can definitely say that. But when you look at the way bloodline works, when you look at the way people give birth, when you notice a pattern of people dying and being born around the same type of energy, when you see patterns all the time and they're consistent patterns. I'll give you an example. Say you have like a hair and you pull, and it's like a big hair stands out. You pull that bitch out, it's going to grow back the same exact way. It's predetermined. Meaning this is a simulation. I should not be able to take your birthday and read you like a book. I should not be able to do that, but I can.
So it's kind of almost like developer notes for a video game. You're saying,
yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. I think it's a extremely advanced one, but it's not just the technology me and you and all these people know, like using YouTube or using a cell phone. It's more of the technology the Babylonians used to use, the Egyptians used to use, because they didn't actually use this computer technology stuff. A lot of people say this is alien.
Yeah.
A lot of people say that when AI is complete, it's going to be the actual devil. A lot of people say that.
Yeah, I can see that.
But the technology the Babylonians used was more about metaphysics, like, for instance, using magnets to basically float above ground.
Yep.
If you use magnets at a certain angle, that's how they moved all those things in the pyramids.
Yep.
It was magnets.
Yeah,
no, humans can't lift that shit. What do you think? There was a giant cyclops that was going around fucking lifting those stones?
Yeah, you got to have two opposing
Exactly.
forces.
That's all it was. It's magnets, and they had technology that's different from ours because their technology didn't cause radiation. Their technology didn't affect the human body in a negative way. I know this cell phone's fucking me up. I know this magnet in this microphone is fucking me up. This right here, this is horrible. You're keeping two magnets between your fucking ears. You think that's good? Those magnets are fucking your brain. I never wear headphones if I'm not here. I'm thinking about doing this. I look like a fucking fool, though. So when it comes down to it, everything around us is designed to fuck up our chakras, make sure to calcify our pineal gland. That's why they put the fluoride everywhere. And if we actually were able to decalcify the pineal gland or use the chakras without all this negative 5G going around, we would be what people consider supermen.
Yeah, but then life itself, I mean, I understand why the simulation, or at least I could say the simulation that humans created, because let's say if God did create this world and this world is deemed as simulation, humans have found a way to make a world stage in the settings that we already have, that being, pacifying the...
They created a virtual reality within a virtual reality. That's the internet. The internet is literally a virtual reality within a virtual reality.
Well, yeah, it is, but I would say it's a virtual reality inside of virtual reality that's in one, because
correct.
The world itself...
You can go many times, no doubt about it.
They've created everything that we see in here. I mean, even streaming or any of this, through the Babylonian age, even the way that they enjoyed time or they healed each other. Like you said, there was some healing that was done inside of cathedrals back in the past before they were churches.
Well, when you look at the feng shui of churches, temples, mosques, they're designed in a certain way where the feng shui goes down at people. And that's why sometimes when people pray, they feel better because the feng shui is like forcing the energy on them.
And they all have sacred geometry.
Correct.
Every last one of them.
These people are a lot smarter than my haters, I'll tell you that much. Anyways, if you want a live reading, it's 98 or above. Now, I'm going to make this clear. I do not have my bot on today. So don't donate 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. You can count all the way because I'm not going to do it. Okay? I'm not going to interrupt this stream unless it's 98. And the reason it's 98 is because 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 and 7 is 8. 8's the number of money. Everything I do is about fucking numerology. Like my son is 2/21/2013. I'm a snake, had a snake child. I built him, and what I mean by built him, he had a C-section. He didn't come out naturally. I had a C-section done, and I want to make this clear. My wife went along with it. It's not like I forced anybody.
Yeah.
But then again, I wouldn't have got married to someone if they didn't do it, because I need sons born on a certain day. I plan on making my son one of the biggest streamers in the freaking world. Gonna do it. He's an 11 Lifepath. He's born on the 21st. He got that fucking mouthpiece. He's gonna way supersede me when it's his time. At least that's the goal. And one of the best things is that's the difference between a man and a woman. A dad wants his son to do better than him.
Yeah.
A woman will get jealous if their daughter looks better than they do.
Yeah, you see it time and time again.
It's just not the same. It just isn't the same. But the reason I brought up my son is I picked those numbers. I picked those numbers in 2013. I planned that birth for years. I know 9 months, but honestly, years. Who's the top streamer in the world right now?
Cuts not Snake.
Nah, it's not Kai.
Well, I mean, honestly, it's Speed. In my opinion.
It's Speed. It's Speed.
People say Kai, but
do you want to tell everyone what Speed's birthday is? Can people look it up real quick? Let's look it up real quick, man. I want to make this very clear how good I am at numerology, because this is going to prove everything I'm saying.
January 21, 2005.
January 21, 2005. That's an 11 Lifepath. And he's also born on the 21st. What did I have? I had an 11 Lifepath born on the 21st. Now, for people who think, oh, I'm just lucky, that's just a wild guess, all this other shit. Let's do the math behind that. 30 days, 1 in 30 is 3%. Then 1 in 9 is another 11%. Can you guys do math? There's no chance in hell I could have guessed that. I knew back then that if I wanted my kid to be a streamer, not just a streamer, but be an influencer, that's what he's born for. He's here to fucking take the mantle after me. I'm retiring soon, bro.
Yeah, you said.
You know what I'm saying? My back's getting, man, you know, that shit hurting, bro. You know. But it just shows you that I knew exactly what the hell I was doing. And every single day, it's like more validation.
So having a snake, what made you want to go for having them to be a snake?
Well, if I was a dog, I have a dog child.
Just
if I was a dragon, I have a dragon child. I want a child in my own energy. I'll give you an example. I have 2 kids. One of my kids is a snake. The other one is a dog. Donald Trump's first child is a snake. His last kid's a dog. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing, man.
That's crazy.
I see how they operate, bro. I study these people. When everyone thought this is nonsense, and some of you idiots still do, you know, I was like, okay.
You saw the code in the
I
Matrix.
saw the code, bro. I fucking saw it over and over, and I fucking implemented the code. What is the point of knowing all this shit unless you can actually fucking go out there and get shit done with it? That's why I sports gamble. Think I give a fuck about basketball? Seeing motherfuckers run up and down the court? I don't give a fuck. Baseball? Soccer? Motherfucker, I'd rather watch paint dry than watch fucking soccer. Shit's fucking garbage. You know? Football is interesting. I'm not going to lie, man. Football is interesting to me, man. Because I used to play football, man. And back when we played, we actually hit each other. We actually hit each other. Like the day after the game, you're fucking sore as fuck because you took some hits. Nowadays, these people playing touch football, flag football. You're women.
Yeah, man.
You're fucking women.
And your stuff as a whole, like, I notice a lot with spiritual leaders, especially like females that's in the astrology type sense. they give like a lot of weird suggestions. Your stuff be point on, like they be very vague intentionally to try to, you know, be able to say, well, I didn't necessarily say that. But you present information in a way to where if it's wrong, it will make you look completely crazy.
Yeah.
So you present direct information, which is something that's
like
different.
like the site where I basically in 2016 when the Cavs were in the NBA Finals, I could have fucked that up, bro. It was the Cavs are down 3-1. No team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals. I went on there and said the Cavs would win. Do you understand what would have happened if they didn't? That's it. I'm cooked. Oh, because every one of my haters can bring that shit up.
Yeah.
Every single time. I'm done. But I took a risk because I believed not just that I was right, but that was the right timing. Timing is everything, man. Timing is the difference between a guy like Napoleon and some motherfucker you never heard of. Just timing. There's people who were smarter than Napoleon.
Yeah.
There are people who definitely weren't simps like Napoleon. Shout out Josephine.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a lot of people out there who had it going on, but they just did it at the wrong time. That's why it's so important to understand, like, what the hell is this? That's why it's so important to understand timing.
Yeah,
if you
man.
get timing correctly, everything fucking just flows.
I remember when I went viral, I had to understand the concept of timing because I've always, like, even since I was a kid, I wanted to be in front of the cameras. I wanted to have some type of viral type of lifestyle. And I remember when I received the phone call from, what was it, Senator Warnock, it was his campaign, and they were calling me to vote. In that election, while I lived in Tennessee, they wanted me to vote in the Georgia election. Well, I got the phone call like 3.5 weeks before I posted it because I waited until they got to a runoff election, and I waited on that Twitter because I didn't have no followers. I followed everyone from both campaigns. That way, when I posted, it would have a better chance of being seen. And I did
Free
it at
game.
the point. Yeah, I did it at the point that it had to be news because it was right there in the runoff election. And that post, it affects, you know, Senator Warnock's campaign by making it like they're doing fraud. So GOP was investigating it, and all that was behind my video. Had I posted it the day I got it, I wouldn't even be here because it wouldn't have really been news. But it was the timing of making sure I followed everyone to make sure when I do post it, it gets seen. Because I knew it just had to get seen. I knew it was a story. I knew it was news, but I had to force it. I followed everyone from Herschel Walker campaign. It took about 2 weeks, you know, because I had the follow limits. I wasn't a big creator. I was a nobody. And
How many followers did you have at the time?
Probably like 340 followers. And I followed Senator Warnock and Herschel Walker, followed all their campaigns. After I followed them, I posted the video. And when I went to sleep, it had 12K views. Woke up, it had 300,000. From that point, it went to a maximum of 680,000 views. And
How many followers did you get off that?
30,000. So from that 30,000, yeah. I remember, man, I got it and I called my dad and I was like, man, I only got 30,000 followers. And I told him, I said, but y'all don't understand. I said, we made it. Like, I'm about to change our life because I just needed a platform. I've been waiting on that my whole life. And that 30,000 became 100,000 within 2 months and so on and so forth. And then had 1 million within less than a year because it wasn't that I got lucky. I was someone that was waiting my whole life on the timing. I was waiting on that time. There's some people that's just waiting on their time. And even now, I got aspirations way beyond where I'm at. But it's just about timing.
Yeah,
like
if you don't, then what the fuck are you doing in life?
Yeah, agreed. It's timing is everything, man. It's the difference between a legend and an ambitious person that never quits. You don't want to be someone that never quit. You want to see some type of results for your hard work.
All right, let's step back a bit. What was the biggest mistake you made on social media?
Letting my emotions get to me. No doubt. Letting my emotions get to me. Even like reading comments and stuff. I haven't, believe it or not, I haven't read like comments from a lot of people in like 2 years.
Really?
I completely let comments go.
You don't even read any comments?
Yeah, if you see me respond, I respond so people don't think I think I'm some like I'm arrogant or nothing. I comment just so people know that, hey, I'm still human. I'm not here to act like I'm better than you. But for my mental health, I let comments go. Yeah, I let them go entirely because it will get to me. And I notice it's not about me making a reaction. I didn't have to tweet about it or Instagram. But I just noticed when you have that stuff getting to your head, it can even affect your content creation. Let's say if I was going to make a video about Will Smith or something, and then I see a comment that just pisses me off so much, that whole video that's about Will Smith might end up being about Obama out of nowhere, just because of the thought process that it put me through. It put me in a whole different mindset, which led to something else. Now, as a content creator, I'm putting out content that isn't 100% me. It's like 20% me and 80% fueled by what I saw that day.
Is that a mix you enjoy? 20-80?
Well,
I mean, because there's guys like Sean Kelly out there. He runs one of the biggest podcasts out there, but he's not the star of his own show.
Yeah.
The guest is the star. So that's kind of like the 20-80 type of thing. But you're still running shit.
Yeah, definitely. But I feel like I wanted to be more, when I look at my level of fame, I wanted to make sure it was 100% me. Anytime that something goes viral, I wanted it to know in my heart that it was something that I wanted. It wasn't something that was influenced. It wasn't a response to try to prove someone wrong or try to make this post to make someone feel some type of way or make someone regret. It's a lot of things, emotions that go into content creation. It could be some days where I not post for 3-4 days because I let something get to me. And then it could be some days where I'm going extremely hard and I dominate for a week just because I wanted to prove someone wrong. Like, I never want to be in that point where I'm driven by someone else. Like, I want to go hard because I want to go hard. I don't.
Well, you are defined by your enemies.
Well, yeah.
You're definitely defined by your enemies in your life because, they're the ones who push you to be better.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.